Well, hey everybody, I'm Jack. This is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you all had a lovely Saturday out there. Nice weekend here. Hot, hot, hot. No surprise. I got up this morning. I didn't even go to the little blueberry festival they had here in town. I got plenty of blueberries in the freezer, and there just really wasn't anything down there for me. I mean, the food was all going to be kind of abysmal. And yeah, I just popped out of town, went down south to a little town about 30 minutes from here. But anyhow, today I want to do a little talk, or reading actually, on eating mindfully. Guys, I do videos every day, so if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate if you go down and hit that subscribe button now. Then be sure you click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. Digging the tie-dye, wearing a new one of mine today. Actually, when I say a new one of mine, one of my personal ones. So yeah, I'm just rinsing them out. Every one I've rinsed out so far, I'm really digging. I found some people that are going to take some photos in my shirt. So very, very soon, I'll have another Instagram account, Uncle Jack's Tie-Dye. Today I'm going to read, I've read from this book before, Pieces Every Step by Thich Nhat Hanh. I shared a little reading with him the other day or shared something on Facebook, and everybody liked it. So I thought this would be nice, and it kind of mixes in. It's a little bit of mindfulness, but we add a little food in there. And it's something also, too, that I don't do at all, being here in this house by myself. And it's something I'm going to work on. Not going to try, like I always tell you guys, I'm not going to try to go from 0 to 100 miles. I'm just going to try to, improve a little bit. Sorry about that. I still haven't shifted into summer mode when it comes to remembering to turn my air conditioner off just while I do this. So anyhow, eating mindfully. Thich Nhat Hanh, Pieces Every Step. A few years ago, I asked some children, what is the purpose of eating breakfast? One boy replied, to get energy for the day. Another said, the purpose of eating breakfast is to eat breakfast. I think the second child is more correct. The purpose of eating is to eat. Eating a meal in mindfulness is an important practice. We turn off the TV, put down our newspaper, and work together for 5 or 10 minutes, setting the table and finishing whatever needs to be done. During these few minutes, we can be very happy. When the food is on the table and everyone is seated, we practice breathing. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile 3 times. We can recover ourselves completely after 3 breaths like this. Then, we look at each person as we breathe in and out in order to be in touch with ourselves and everyone at the table. We don't need 2 hours to see another person. If we are really settled within ourselves, we only need to look for 1 or 2 seconds. And that's enough to see. I think that if a family has 5 members, only about 5 or 10 seconds are needed to practice this looking and seeing. After breathing, we smile. Sitting at the table with other people, we have a chance to offer an authentic smile of friendship and understanding. It is very easy, but not many people do it. To me, this is the most important practice. We look at each person and smile at him or her. Breathing and smiling together is a very important practice. If the people in a household cannot smile at each other, the situation is very dangerous. After breathing and smiling, we look down at the food in a way that allows the food to become real. This food reveals our connection with the earth. Each bite contains the life of the sun and the earth. The extent to which our food reveals itself depends on us. We can see and taste the whole universe in a piece of bread. Contemplating our food for a few seconds before eating and eating in mindfulness can bring us much happiness. Having the opportunity to sit with our family and friends and enjoy wonderful food is something precious, something not everyone has. Many people in the world are hungry. When I hold a bowl of rice or a piece of bread, I know that I am fortunate, and I feel compassion for all those who have no food to eat and are without friends or family. This is a very deep practice. We do not need to go to a temple or church in order to practice this. We can practice it right at our dinner table. Mindful eating can cultivate seeds of compassion and understanding that will strengthen us to do something to help hungry and lonely people to be nourished. In order to aid mindfulness during meals, you may like to eat silently from time to time. Your first silent meal may cause you to feel a little uncomfortable, but once you have become used to it, you will realize that meals in silence bring much peace and happiness. Just as we turn off the TV before eating, we can turn off the talking in order to enjoy the food and the presence of one another. I do not recommend silent meals every day. Talking to each other can be a wonderful way to be together in mindfulness. But we have to distinguish among different kinds of talk. Some subjects can separate us. For instance, if we talk about other people's shortcomings, the carefully prepared food will have no value if we let this kind of talk dominate our meal, when instead we speak about things that nourish our awareness of the food and our being together. We cultivate the kind of happiness that is necessary for us to grow. If we compare this experience with the experience of talking about other people's shortcomings, we will realize that the awareness of the piece of bread in our mouth is much more nourishing. It brings life in and makes life real. So, while eating, we should refrain from discussing subjects that can destroy our awareness of our family and the food. But we should feel free to say things that can nourish awareness and happiness. For instance, if there's a dish you like very much, you can notice if other people are also enjoying it. And if one of them is not, you can help him or her appreciate the wonderful dish prepared with loving care. If someone is thinking about something other than the good food on the table, such as his difficulties in the office or with friends, he is losing the present moment and the food. You can say, "This dish is wonderful, don't you agree?" to draw him out of his thinking and worries and bring him back to the here and now, enjoying the wonderful dish. You become a bodhisattva, helping a living being become enlightened. Children in particular are very capable of practicing mindfulness and reminding others to do the same. Wonderful practice, wonderful practice. Now, I eat with other people on such a seldom basis that I'm very mindful of my surroundings and the people around me when I am eating with other people. And it's generally out in public because I don't have people come to my house. But anytime I go out in public and have eaten with people, I'm not looking at my phone. Like being by myself a lot, spending a lot of time on my own. Yeah, I'm always got my phone. I'm always checking something, doing whatever, blah, 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 just to kind of kill the time. But when I'm with other people, spending time with other people, I'll hardly touch my phone. About the only time I will touch my phone is if I know I have something, like I'm really expecting a call, which doesn't happen very much with me. So ergo, that doesn't happen all that often. But I do try to practice that when I'm with other people, but not being in a family unit and not eating with other people. There's just not a whole lot for me there. But since I do eat by myself most of the time, I am going to try to start not just, having it be a side item while I'm doing other things, while I'm watching TV, while I'm sitting at the computer. And once again, I'm not saying, okay, starting tomorrow, every meal is going to be, boom, focused, and I'm going to be sitting in mindfulness for this meal. But I think it's just something, even if it's, moving forward, always being a little bit more mindful, whether it's with our food, with anything. Improvement is improvement. You don't need to go from never doing it to doing it every day, or otherwise you put a little bit of pressure on yourself and then it becomes another chore on your list, another thing to get done during the day. Just, next time you're sitting by yourself, you're kind of caught up anyway, you don't have anything you absolutely have to do, it's not pressing, just give it a try. Look down at your food, be aware of your food, realize, where that food's coming from, realize the nourishment that it's bringing, realize how lucky you are to have this food, because even the simple stuff that we have every day, a lot of people would give anything to be able to have that same abundance. So, that's something I never try to take for granted. I'm always trying to be, I always try to remember to practice gratitude for everything I have. But just more mindful eating. Bringing mindfulness is everything. I know you guys hear me talking about all the time, and it's not some kind of mysterious practice or something that you necessarily, for people that it doesn't resonate to meditate, you could do a whole practice of mindfulness. You could live mindfulness every day and never actually have a sitting down, okay, I'm going to meditate session. Mindfulness is everywhere. There's from the second you open your eyes in the morning until the time that you go to bed at night, there's opportunities to practice mindfulness. It may be in this same book, or it might be in another one of his, that it says do something like that, put a prompt for yourself, or put something that's going to remind you. The very first thing the very first thing when you open your eyes, that you start your day with your mindfulness. You realize, I just had a good sleep. I'm feeling rested. The day is here. I have 24 brand new hours, but just like really being tuned in. And I think I did a video, I don't remember now, a few weeks back, a few months back, they all kind of tend to blend together, but where I put like little stickies around the house, sticky pad notes, just telling me breathe, be here now, mindfulness, just tuning in and experience, because we go on autopilot. Before I kind of got back in, like before I got really more into my practice of mindfulness, like actually pursuing it and not like just every once in a while, okay, I remember to be mindful. You just really notice there's opportunities all day long to practice it. So anyhow, think about that next time you're eating with your family or friends, and also think about that the next time you're eating by yourself. Hope you guys enjoyed this reading today. I always recommend this guy. This is I joke about the guru thing, but this has been my guru for 30 years that I've never met, and I'm probably not going to meet because he's approaching the end of his life. But I've taken a lot of wisdom, a lot of practical wisdom from this man. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.